The moment the Brabus GT 900 Rocket 2026 enters the frame, it's impossible to ignore. The presence it commands is beyond ordinary. It doesn't simply roll onto the street, it dominates it. This isn't just another performance coupe, nor merely an upgraded Mercedes-AMG GT. This is Brabus in its purest form, where brutal force meets tailored luxury, where German engineering is pushed beyond its natural limits by a tuning house that's obsessed with the extraordinary. Every curve, every intake, every stitch, every rumble from the exhaust, it's all dialed up to the maximum. The GT 900 Rocket is the kind of machine that doesn't follow trends, it sets them ablaze in a trail of tire smoke and carbon fiber. With a wide-body stance that's borderline intimidating, it showcases carbon fiber components not just for show, but for aerodynamic superiority. The grille is blacked out with Brabus branding replacing Mercedes' iconic star. The aggressive front splitter juts out, creating a lower center of visual gravity and slicing through air like a scalpel. Carbon fins and air ducts aren't mere decoration, they're fully functional, aiding in cooling and downforce. It rides low, purposefully menacing, like a predator coiled before a sprint. The Rocket 900 badge gleams under the sunlight, a warning more than a decoration. Massive 21-inch forged wheels in the front and 22-inch in the rear are wrapped in high-performance rubber, sitting under flared carbon arches that exaggerate its athletic posture. The side skirts draw the eyes along the length of the car, and the rear is equally fierce with a diffuser setup that looks pulled straight from a DTM race car. The quad titanium exhaust setup roars not only with volume but with identity. There is nothing subtle about it. The rocket red accents, signature to Brabus, special editions, slice through the matte stealth gray paint like veins of lava through volcanic rock. Slide into the cockpit and you're greeted not just by luxury, but an intensity that only Brabus can deliver. Nappa leather wraps nearly every surface, stitched together in a diamond pattern that balances elegance with aggression. Carbon fiber is omnipresent, on the dash, the center tunnel, the door inlays, even the paddle shifters. The driver's seat cradles you like a racing shell, but with heating, cooling, and massage functions. This isn't a car that forgets its roots. The Brabus logos are embroidered deep into the seatbacks, floor mats, and even subtly embedded into the instrument panel. Ambient lighting glows in a deep red, matching the illuminated Brabus start button. The digital instrument cluster is reconfigured with Brabus graphics and data sets. It's not just about speed, it's about telemetry. Boost pressure, G-force, torque vectoring status, tire temperature, it's all there at your fingertips, ready to be interpreted. The center display remains familiar with Mercedes-AMG UX system, but it's skinned with Brabus themes and animations. The bespoke steering wheel feels like it belongs in a GT3 car, flat-bottomed, wrapped in Alcantara and leather, with contrasting stitching and ergonomic thumb grips that encourage hard cornering. The sensation inside is less luxury cruiser and more hypercar cockpit. But everything becomes background noise once the engine comes to life. Underneath that sculpted carbon hood beats a monster of a heart. Brabus took the already potent 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 from AMG and bored it out to 4.5 liters. That's right, not just a tune, but an entirely re-engineered block. New forged pistons, custom crankshaft, uprated connecting rods, and most notably, 2 custom Brabus turbochargers that are significantly larger than stock. The result? A colossal 900 horsepower and a spine-compressing 1,250 Nm of torque. But because Brabus values drivetrain integrity, torque is electronically limited to 1,050 Nm to preserve longevity and traction. Still, even with that limit, the acceleration is ferocious. 0 to 100 km/h in just 2.8 seconds. Top speed, electronically limited to 330 km/h, though it's clear this beast could go faster. The 9-speed SpeedShift MCT transmission has been recalibrated for faster shifts and brutal launch control. There's no turbo lag, only turbo violence. The second you bury the throttle, the twin scrolls spool instantly, the rear wheels claw at the pavement, and the traction control system fights for its life. And if you turn everything off, pure chaos, controlled chaos, but chaos nonetheless. The rocket doesn't merely accelerate, it obliterates time and space. Overtakes become laughably easy. A blip of the throttle sends it launching past everything in sight. The exhaust note is tuned to perfection, deep, thunderous, and sharp when revving. In Sport Plus mode, it crackles and pops on deceleration, roaring through tunnels and bouncing off city walls like a rolling thunderstorm. Comfort mode still exists, but it's more for show than for softness. This car was built to move, and everything about it urges you to push harder, go faster, take the next corner with just a bit more commitment. Brabus didn't stop at straight-line madness. The suspension system has been completely reworked. Ride height is lowered thanks to a custom Brabus ride control coilover system with adaptive damping. In normal driving, it handles bumps better than you'd expect, but the rocket comes alive in Sport and Sport Plus modes, where the chassis tightens and the body roll all but vanishes. Cornering is surprisingly precise for such a wide and powerful coupe. The all-wheel drive system has been tuned to favor the rear, making for a more engaging, tail-happy experience when desired, but also offering confidence when pushing the limits. Brabus carbon ceramic brakes provide immense stopping power, and they're necessary. With this much weight and this much speed, only the best will do. The pedal feel is razor-sharp and confidence-inspiring, allowing for repeated high-speed stops without fade. Fuel economy is, of course, an afterthought in something like the GT 900 rocket. You don't buy this for MPG, you buy it for OMG. Still, under calm driving, thanks to cylinder deactivation and high-efficiency tuning at low revs, it can return a manageable figure, around 11 liters per 100 kilometers on highway runs. But who are we kidding? This car was made for the Autobahn, not for sipping fuel in eco mode. It gulps premium unleaded like a powerlifter downs protein shakes, aggressively and unapologetically. Owning a Brabus GT 900 rocket isn't about transportation. It's about exclusivity and making a statement. Each unit is hand-built, and production is extremely limited. Prices start north of €500,000 and can climb even higher with custom specifications. But those fortunate enough to get one aren't just buying a car, they're acquiring a masterpiece. A piece of automotive art crafted not for museums, but for roads, racetracks, and garages of the most discerning drivers. Brabus offers an unmatched customization experience. From exterior color options that include exclusive matte finishes and rocket-exclusive hues to bespoke interior materials like crocodile leather or gold-stitched Alcantara, the possibilities are nearly limitless. This isn't just personal transportation, it's personal expression. The hidden features are what elevate the experience further. The front axle lift system raises the nose to clear driveways and speed bumps with ease. The launch control is armed with just 2 paddle pulls. The ignition sequence includes a startup animation unique to each customer. Even the key fob is redesigned in carbon fiber and titanium, matching the car's aggressive styling. There's a built-in telemetry logger that syncs with Brabus' own smartphone app, showing performance data, GPS-based acceleration tracking, and engine diagnostics. Even the tire valves are engraved with Brabus insignia. And one of the rarest elements, a personalized numbered plaque installed on the center console, indicating the build number of your specific rocket. It's a subtle flex, but a powerful one for those in the know. There's a unique calm that comes when cruising in the GT 900 rocket, windows up, exhaust valves closed, and the Bose sound system delivering concert-grade acoustics. Yes, Brabus has amplified the brute force of the GT, but they've also refined it. The interior is acoustically insulated, with triple-sealed doors and laminated glass, providing isolation from the madness outside. It's a hypercar that can behave like a gentleman when asked. But all it takes is a downshift, a press of the loud pedal, and the beast is unleashed again. What Brabus has done with the GT 900 rocket is redefine the limits of the Grand Tourer. It's not just faster or louder, it's smarter, meaner, more agile, and more exclusive. It takes the foundation laid by AMG and builds an entirely new cathedral of speed on top of it. For those who dare to own one, it offers something no Ferrari, McLaren, or Porsche can, pure Brabus attitude. That unapologetic fusion of madness and mastery. It's not for everyone. It's for the few who crave the ultimate blend of aggression, elegance, and performance, distilled into one menacing machine.